treats me right, so I know that the guy singing that song is telling you the truth. Matt Gibbs is here in the studio right now to talk about cars, trucks, anything that has an engine. If you want to call in, the number is 622-9622. If your car needs repairs, you can take my endorsement. Matt is my mechanic, and his guys and he are all very knowledgeable. They're fair and gets done quick. Those are the three things I think I look for. Plus Crossroad Auto Sales, both in the same location at 1800 Northwest 10th Street here in Ocala. And yes, I drive a car that I bought from Matt. It's a wonderful Buick Rendezvous, 10 years old and runs beautifully. It's knock on granite.
Knock on granite.
Not to be supersticious. I know as Christians, we're not supposed to be superstitious, but it creeps in sometimes.
A lot of things creep in sometimes.
Today is Flag Day, by the way.
Flag Day?
Yeah. So I got the flag in the picture with you today.
Oh,
see the cameras over there today?
Oh, yeah.
So if you want to look at your fans, it's right there. Hello, fans. And then, there's a flag behind you. How you doing?
I'm doing good.
There was an article in the news. I will read you just the headline because you can probably get a kick out of this. How to work on cars and not kill yourself. I think the answer to that is take your car to Matt.
Yeah.
Take your car to a mechanic. I mean, truly, there's just too much. Well, I went to an old car show the other day. Robbins Brothers running for the school board up in Bradford County.
Okay.
So it was a fundraiser. He had like one of those antique car shows.
Okay.
So all the hoods are up, and I went up to videotape it. And I noticed that the older cars have a lot of empty space under the hood. The newer cars, like every square inch is got something in it. Right? It's really packed with stuff.
They're packed with stuff. It's funny because we kind of went through a transitional period back in like the mid 80s. There was when we still had carburetors on a lot of cars. The vacuum hoses and the vacuum solenoids and the vacuums this and the vacuums that. It was just crazy. There was thousands of vacuum hoses on these cars, and it just took up all the space. And then when we switched over and we went to fuel injection and we went to distributorless ignitions, all the vacuum hoses were gone.
Really?
And it's like, look at all the room we have in now. But now it's not the vacuum hoses and stuff, but it's just everything is so compact.
So tight in there.
It's tight in there, yeah. Because the body styles of the cars are changing so much now.
Yeah. Do you know one of the vehicles at this antique car show was an old paddy wagon, and it was the compartment for the arrested people was really small, and I thought, boy, the prostitutes must have been back then.
Well, we went to New York City, and we went to see The Lion King on Broadway.
Did you really?
Yes.
Wow.
It was phenomenal.
Nice.
But they redid the theater back to, I think the theater was built in 1904.
Uh-huh.
And Disney owns the theater, and they went in there and they completely restored it back to its original state. So all the wonderful artwork, and I don't mean pictures, I mean just the architects
right.
of the building and everything. And the seats were back to the original seats that, I'm telling you, Larry, me and you, we couldn't have lived back in 1904, brother.
Oh, because we're too big.
Oh my gosh,
for the seats.
The seats were just like.
So were you uncomfortable while you watched the play?
Yeah, it wasn't a comfortable sitting area.
Is that right? Wow.
So I thought, and I was just thinking, everybody must have been just smaller back then.
By the way, if you're ever back in New York, and I don't know if this would be of interest to you, on the lower east side of Manhattan, there's a museum for the police. It's a New York City Police Museum.
Okay.
And sitting outside, they have an old police car. And I just think it's fascinating to think, because, especially the radio. The radio in those cars was the entire trunk.
Uh-huh.
To be able to broadcast back to the headquarters, yeah. Now you have a little thing probably can fit in your hand that'll broadcast. It was in the whole trunk.
Huh.
The trunk probably had more equipment in it than under the hood back in those days.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. It's neat how and how long ago was that? That wasn't that long ago.
Not really. No,
know.
maybe 100. You think?
Maybe.
Maybe 100 years, but it is fascinating to look at. Another thing I wanted to ask you about was in the news this morning. There was a driver. Unfortunately, he died. He was on I-75 going south, I think, in the northbound lane. Did you see this story?
We just got back into town last night.
So it was near the Sumter County, Marion County line. Okay. So the Sumter County deputies put down stop sticks. And unfortunately, a guy going the correct way ran over them. He ended up getting hit head on by the guy driving. And then a semi got involved too. He hit him when he spun out of control. But so the guy, he was an old guy. He had dementia, and somehow he was out there driving. And there was a silver alert. They didn't know where he was. Anyway, that's scary stuff, isn't it?
Yeah.
But anyway, how does a stupid question that may be, but how does a stop stick work? I mean, how do you just throw them out into the road and they'll give you a flat?
Yeah, it's like throwing out a whole bunch of nails.
Really?
Yeah, they're actually like spikes, and they just puncture the tires, and hopefully you stop.
Have you ever seen them, used them, or?
I've never used them, but I have seen them.
You've seen them?
Yeah.
I mean, do they look like nails or do they look like knives?
They're like spikes. They're just pointy spikes.
So you just throw them out. You don't have to
like on a net that has these spikes, and they just unroll these things and lay them out.
Because when you go into a parking lot and they have these things you drive over, so that if you go out the wrong way, they'll bust open your tires.
Right.
Gosh, it's like it's crazy. You're just gonna make me pay $500 because I made a mistake in my driving.
Yeah, just keep on going. Don't back up. Just go forward.
Wow. The number is 622-9622 if you'd like to ask Matt a question about cars. You have a lot of people coming in for air conditioning repairs?
Oh, you're crazy.
Really?
Yeah.
I love my air conditioner.
There's a lot of... Matter of fact, I drove a car over here that we just put an engine in, and I got to bring it back to a customer of ours, but it also has an air conditioning problem, but they didn't want to fix it right now. So,
because of money, probably.
Yeah, that and the car as a whole, they might just get rid of it. But it was hot driving over here from.
See, I went for so long without an air conditioner. Now I'm spoiled, I think.
Well, it's hot out there. You need to have air conditioning.
That sunroof it just doesn't do anything in the hot days.
No. You keep
doesn't help at all.
No. I'm telling you, use it at night. They're nice at night. On a nice.
I know you told me that, but I'm afraid a bat or a bird or something flying.
They won't. I've never seen a bat or a bird fly.
Never.
I don't think it's ever happened.
Let me
maybe one of our listeners was driving down the road and a bat flew in their car.
You think I'm making this up? I was working for the state of Florida. I was driving in the Ocala National Forest, and I had a car that was the state's car. That's why I told you that's the reason I brought up the whole job part. And it was a crank window, of course, back in those days. And I thought, I'll put the air conditioner on. It's getting a little hot. So I rolled up the window, and Matt, no sooner had the window been up that a bird flew right into the window.
Really?
And if I hadn't rolled it up, it would have flown into the car. Into the car.
That'd be pretty cool.
That would have been something. Yeah, it was. I don't know what it was, like a seagull or something. I don't know what it was. Some kind of a white bird. I did see the color because there were feathers everywhere. Yeah. So people coming in to get their air conditioner fixed, and you have a lot of traveling people.
We have some travelers that are. Typically, what happens is, it seems like we get cars ready for trips, but it seems like it's busier when people get done with their traveling, with their vacations.
Because
I don't know if it's typically August is our busiest month of the whole year. And I don't understand why August, but it's been like that for 20 years. And it's just like, okay, let's just go, and then when we come back, then we'll have everything serviced and get everything ready to, after our trip.
Right.
And I think a lot of the snowbirds start coming back probably in August, September, that time too.
So speaking of, we have to take a break. All right, yeah, I went too long. Okay, we'll take a little break. We'll be right back. If you want to call Matt, the number is 622-9622. We'll be right back.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. Some sunshine on this Tuesday with a shower or thunderstorm around this afternoon and evening. The high today 91 to 95. Then partly cloudy later Tuesday night, low 73 to 77. For Wednesday, times of sun and clouds with an afternoon and evening thunderstorm around, the high 90 to 94. And on Thursday, partly sunny with an afternoon or evening thunderstorm around, the high 90 to 94. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
New windows will beautify your home and bring you immediate energy savings. Renewal by Andersen of Central Florida leads the way in quality and installs the name brand homeowners trust. Visit renewalbyandersen.com for a free in-home consultation with the pros. Right now, buy 4 windows and get the 5th free. Plus, no money down, 0% interest, and 0 payments for 12 months with approved credit. Visit renewalbyandersen.com. That's renewalbyandersen.com. Offer ends July 31st. License CGC 1523333.
This is Kendall Carpenter with Golden Ocala Golf and Equestrian Club. I want to introduce you to the finest equestrian opportunity available. If you love horses and enjoy Central Florida's mild climate and rich rolling landscape, come explore Golden Ocala. Bridle trails weave their way through this stunningly beautiful community of stately homes. Our state-of-the-art equestrian center will meet all of your equestrian needs with style. Visit us at goldenocala.com.
Has it really been 1 year? Kim Long Vietnamese Restaurant is having a celebration to commemorate the 1-year anniversary since they started on this culinary journey. As part of the celebration, Kim Long will be offering great discounts to their beloved customers as a thank you. For the entire month of June, all meals are 10% off and kids eat free from 3 to 5 p.m. Domestic beers are $1 and import beers are $2. Kim Long is open daily 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. and Sunday noon to 10 p.m. That's Kim Long Vietnamese Restaurant, 1022 South Pine Avenue in Ocala.
When you think of Honey Baked Ham and Cafe, don't just think ham.
Right. Check the entire menu selections. Father's Day is just around the corner. Pick something special just for him.
I like their ham, turkey, roast beef, and meat falling off the bone, ribs. You know, I like everything from Honey Baked Ham.
Honey Baked Ham also has salads, bread, desserts, and they cater.
You know, we should tell our listeners about Honey Baked Ham, 2709 Southwest 27th Avenue, behind Best Buy, and buy just what Dad likes.
We just did. Call 861-0011.
Well, that's right. Father's Day is coming up, man. You got some plans for Father's Day?
Absolutely. I'm not doing nothing. That's what my plans are.
All right, so we were talking about the one-way, and there was a one-way technology story, and I'm sorry I didn't find the actual story, but I think I found the technology. It is called object detection technology. Okay, and it not only detects one-way roads if you're going the wrong way, but it also detects objects in the road. Objects in the road could be as large as a deer or as small as a domino. Wonder how they tested that out. Put a domino in the road. There's something in the road. $40,000 is what it costs, though, to have it installed. Gosh, no. And you said this technology to tell you when you're in a school zone.
Yeah, I was working on a Volvo a couple weeks ago, and I didn't even know what it was. I was in the car. It had some electrical issues, and I was out test driving it, and I noticed on the outside mirrors there's a little yellow box, little yellow window, I should say, underneath the mirror. And it had and inside the, like, right on the bottom of the mirror, it said bus. And I didn't know, and I happened to be driving right by Howard Middle School, and the light was on, you know, to slow down, you're in a school zone light.
Yeah.
And as soon as I came up to the light, the little yellow lights on the mirror started flashing. So then I realized it was telling me I was in a school zone, or if you were getting behind a bus, and you know how the bus turns on their flashing lights and they flip out the stop signs. I was thinking that probably at the same time at those, the little lights would start flashing too.
Yeah, they must have some kind of a broadcasting thing in there.
Yeah, they must put out some kind of a frequency or something, and the car is able to pick it up.
We have a phone call. Good morning. You're on the air with Matt.
Yes, the service vehicles have most of them now have an X-band radar transponder, the old type that we used to have on our car dashes. And and so that will trigger the X-band detector, and so if you still have one of those old detectors, it won't protect you from a speeding ticket because the speeding radar is a different frequency, but it tells you that there's an emergency vehicle close by.
Huh. Oh, really? That's over my head a little bit, some of what you said, but I think I get the gist of it. All right, thank you.
Okay.
Did you get what he meant there? The technology part of that? So we should all get that put into our cars. Wow. Every year there's an average of 1.5 million accidents involving deer. Wow. We had this conversation once before, but I guess these devices, $40,000, would prevent you from hitting a deer.
I think it would be far-fetched to say it would prevent you. I think that would be a large statement.
Yeah, because the deer could run right in.
Right.
It would tell you, you're going to hit a deer, and then you do.
It can help you.
Yeah. Good morning, you're on the air.
Hi, this is Kathy.
Yeah.
Hi, Matt. Hi, Larry.
Hi, Kathy.
Certain advertising ploys with car dealerships are more annoying than others. And I'm just wondering, the one you get so often, they'll send you a thing, I have a 2013 Hyundai Elantra. We need these desperately for used cars, Is that just a ploy, or is there really a shortage of used cars?
No, that's an absolute ploy. They're just trying to get you in or come into the dealership. You want really? You want a big screen TV or
right.
We're going to give you a free trip to the Bahamas for every car.
Or the warranty thing. Keep bugging you about renewing warranties, too.
Well, the Hyundai that you own, did you buy that new yourself?
I bought it from DeLuca Toyota used.
Used, okay.
I bought it in 2014.
And the warranty on that particular car is, if you're the original owner, it comes with a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. If you're the second owner, it comes with a 5-year, 50,000-mile warranty. So a lot of times, when it comes to extended warranties, I really try to, just really talk about what you're going to get here. Because if you stop and think about it, if you buy a used car, and let's say you buy a used car with 20,000 miles on it, and it still has
21.
Okay, so you still have another 30,000 miles of factory warranty left on it, and if anything happens to it, if you're still under factory warranty, that's your primary warranty. So your extended warranty is not going to do anything for you, but yet you just pay $2,500 to $3,000 for an extended warranty that may only be 3 years or 36,000 miles from the date of purchase. Okay, so you're almost double warranted, and you just spent a lot of money to do that. So, really, you got to look at the whole situation and say, is this going to be something valuable to me? Am I going to get any use out of it? A lot of times, people look at warranties as not that I'm going to get something out of it, but it's like a good insurance. I'm covered if something happens. But you're going to be covered if something happens anyway.
Mm-hmm. I'm so glad you explained it that way. I figured that was a ploy, too. I find both of those equally annoying, actually. Those two things I described.
Now, if you buy a used car, and let's say the extended warranty is out by time or mileage, now it may be feasible to buy an extended warranty because you don't have your factory warranty anymore.
Right. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. Good call. The phone line is open if you want to call. 622-9622 is the number. And I actually had one of those extended warranty things come in my mail, offering me a warranty on my Suzuki Forenza, which was destroyed by a cow. So I called them up and I said, really? You'll insure my Suzuki? Absolutely. Well, it was very strong accent, though, like from India or something. Okay. So I said, well, will it cover the thing that got ruined by the cow? Oh, they could have everything. It'll cover everything. Really? Let me call Matt and see if we can get my car back. Fix it. They were going to pay you. They were going to pay you, Matt.
They were going to pay me
to fix the car
which they don't cover body damage on.
Good morning. You're on the air with Matt.
Morning. Say, Matt, do you offer extended warranties on your used cars?
No, I don't offer an extended warranty. I offer like a maintenance agreement. We have a program set up with our cars, our used cars, that, like for instance, if you buy a car from Crossroad Auto Sales and you want the maintenance agreement, we service the car every 4,000 miles. That's part of the maintenance agreement. We give you a special discount on parts and labor, only the car that was bought from us. And the other thing that we do is we'll cover your engine, transmission, and the rear end, because most of my customers are buy here, pay here. We do the financing in-house. So if our deal is, let's say, a 24-month deal, that's the program we're on. I'll cover the engine, the transmission, and the rear end for the entire 24 months that you have it financed. So if the engine blows up, the transmission quits, the rear end explodes, you bring it in, we put a new engine in it, new transmission, or new rear end, whatever needs to be done. That's something that we do in-house. It's something that only Crossroad Auto Sales does. I don't know of another dealer in town that does it, but I don't know of another dealer in town that owns a garage. So it kind of owning the garage and owning the dealership. It's a good thing for the customer and for us.
That's a good thing to point out. Wow, I'm glad you asked the question.
That sounds very, very good, yes. Say, another quick question on alignments. Now, basically, I don't know nothing about alignment. Basically speaking, alignments are just the front wheels?
No, it used to be, but back probably in the middle 80s, cars started coming. When front wheel drive started becoming more prevalent than the rear wheel drive cars, they started adding tie rods and camber adjustments. You can't change caster because the back wheels don't turn, but 95% of the vehicles out on the street today, we do a full wheel alignment. We actually can align the rear wheels and the front wheels, and it becomes a geometrical alignment instead of just a thrust alignment. And what the difference is back in the day, we used to basically cut the car in half. You would take the car and split it in the left side and the right side and do the alignment. Today, because of the computer stuff, like I have a John Beam. It's called a Prism. It's a 3-dimensional alignment machine. We've only had it for about a year and a half now, and it takes the car, the whole car, and it geometrically aligns the car, so there's no dog tracking. There's no the proper term is like the setback. Is everything completely truly square? And we can actually make everything completely truly square now.
Wow!
But it requires us to adjust the rear wheels along with the front wheels.
How often do you recommend an alignment on a car?
It's not something that, unless something happens where people are like, oh, I hit a pothole, and they'll come in and say, I need an alignment. You don't need an alignment if you necessarily hit a pothole. You need an alignment. Number one, I recommend it anytime you're going to replace your tires. Have your alignment done. Have your shocks checked. Do the things that will wear the tires. Look at those kind of things. And if the steering wheel's off center, or typically if the steering wheel was straight and you hit a pothole and now it's off center, you didn't mess up the alignment. You bent something. So then you would definitely want to come in and have it checked.
Yeah. Wow, some good information toward the end of the show there. Thank you, listeners, for calling in with the great questions. Matt, what is your contact information?
You can contact me at 352-690-1993.
Yeah, call us if you need that information repeated. We definitely endorse Matt and Sunrise Automotive and Crossroad Auto Sales. And I love what you said. Get your car from a dealer who also is a garage, and the guarantees are probably more better, something. Thank you, Matt. We'll be right back.
Thank you.
Pat O'Neill. Vigils being held in many cities for the 49 killed in Orlando's Pulse nightclub Sunday in Orlando.
Across the globe, where there are vigils, where there